Hello YouTube, my name is Anthony, you should know me as Anthony, and today we watch 5000, which would be in this corner if you're not, this corner actually, if you're not in full screen. As you see, I have a 1/24 scale Dale Earnhardt Jr. car. Here's my hand compared to it. It's a pretty big box. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded lately. I've been busy with, first off, the holidays. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of reviews coming of stuff that I got for Christmas. You can see my shadow gesturing even though it's not on camera. As well as my birthday, which is when I got this, thanks to my friend Ryan from Ryan Racing 4. Check him out up in the iCard up in the corner here. He got me this for my birthday. My birthday was December 27th. And yeah, when it related to my birthday, sorry, I know I missed my NASCAR Heat 4 men's season video this Saturday, but I have an excuse. I got into a go-karting crash on my birthday. You can see me still gesturing with my shadow. In fact, we just used some medical tape to splint up my thumb. It's not broken or anything, but it is sprained pretty badly. And we just now apply some medical tape to it. As well as I hit the back of my head. Well, I'm very lucky that I didn't get a concussion because I actually slipped underneath. I actually slipped underneath the seat belt because I rear-ended somebody at pretty much full speed. It was at Fort Fun. You can guess how you can estimate how fast the go-karts were at Fort Fun on your own time. I'm currently dealing with recovery, such as my thumb. My head's just fine. Luckily, I didn't get a concussion. But that is why I missed last Saturday's NASCAR Heat 4 video. Hopefully I'll get back. Hopefully I'll do next week's NASCAR Heat 4 video. And I've got a little surprise off to my side here. It's a bit messy with all the wires, but I have a steering wheel for it. I'm still getting used to it, so hang on. And I'm back. Sorry about that. A bit congested today. But yeah, I have a steering wheel now for NASCAR Heat 4, and I'm still getting used to it, so I may or may not use it for next Saturday's NASCAR Heat 4 video. Just depends on how I'm feeling about it. But aside from all that, let's get into the main part of the review. So yeah, here is the box. It's a Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2016 Exalta car, which I like this paint scheme, especially the 2016 one. The 2017, having the neon yellow both works and doesn't work at the same time for Exalta. So I like both 2016 and 2017 of his Exalta cars, including his final ride, because it looks like it's pretty much a exact recreation of his number 8 car that he drove in his first race. Let's get this open. 2016. Be sure to register your car's VIN number. It's in the rear windshield. I'm not sure if that has any importance or not. I'm not going to be using the code for my virtual garage, but I'm just hoping that it doesn't, like, link to my ID or something. And then here's the box a bit more. There's the tag. You can see that you're currently on a box of hot chocolate mix, as always. And yeah. Set that off to the side. Here is the car. This bit already fell off. There's a plastic bit covering it here. And also it comes with this little card. Congratulations on your purchase, blah 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 blah. Toss that over there. Here is the entree to this meal. Couldn't think of a better analogy. Put the styrofoam off. And originally, when my friend bought this, he thought it was a standard 124 because he only got this for $30. Yeah, if I grab the box, you can see it was originally priced at $75. That's because this thing is actually an elite. He got an elite diecast for $30, which personally that is a normal price for this thing. Maybe 30 to 45 ish is what I would price NASCAR 124 Elite cars. But apparently they're $75, so not sure what that's about. But yeah, this is a great model. Let's get that stuff off frame and zoom in a bit. So yeah, here is the car. It's an Elite model, which is amazing. It's not like any race version at all. It's just his basic paint scheme. The window net is actually like a felt, instead of, being plastic. Sorry, you have the hiccups. Yeah, I'm not sure where I should start with this. Well, you can see that it's elite because the deck lid opens as well as, hang on, get my nails under it. There we go. The roof flaps open, although I like to fall down, so I had my finger there. Roof flaps open, and so it does the hood. I guess I'll start from the front and work my way back. Let's zoom into that engine there. Starting with the Chevrolet SS, number 88, Hendrick Motorsports, and then some contingencies on the side there. The SS was a nice NASCAR. In fact, it's only because of the Gen 6 NASCARs that I know of the Chevy SS's existence. Here's the engine bay. Not sure where to start again. I can see it's kind of hard through the lighting as well as looking through the viewfinder, which being zoomed in isn't the highest quality, especially on a Samsung Galaxy S9. And before you Apple fans going, oh, Samsung is always low quality, don't, because it's only because I'm zoomed in. Yeah, underneath the hood there are some sponsors as well as the Chevy logo. It's both realistic and not realistic at the same time. I feel like this is on the real car. Hang on. I need to go blow my nose. Not the best day to be recording when I'm all congested. Yeah, here's the, car again. There, I can see I think those are the headers, those silver bits on the side. I'm not 100% sure, like, I don't know all bits of the engine, especially of a NASCAR engine, because they have so much technology and engineering and planning and all these who's its and what's its all around the car. Like, there's these 3 orange rings, which I know one of them adjusts the wedge of the car so it handles differently. I don't know what the other 2 does. Probably the wedge for the other side, but I'm not sure what this little guy does, unless that's the wedge for the side of the car. I'm not even sure if there's a wedge on both sides. So yeah, I'm not gonna be able to give you a very detailed look at the car, but yeah, if you know what bit of the engine is in there, then good for you. I believe this is the radiator, or at least the radiator cover. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think that I'm not sure what that red bit is. Some sort of filter. If you want, you can correct me in the comments, but correct me nicely and not harshly. Refocus. One detail that I liked, probably shouldn't have refocused, is if you look in the steering wheel, these front wheels actually turn, but if you look inside to the steering wheel, if I turn the wheels, that steering wheel turns too. It's kind of hard to see past the window net, but you can see the steering wheel is moving as I'm turning the wheels. And that's vice versa. If I use the steering wheel inside the car, you can see that the wheels actually turn. Which is a detail they didn't need to add, but the fact that they added it really enjoys me because I enjoy accuracy and realism when it comes to things. So just adding the little detail of the wheel turns with the steering wheel just is amazing to me, especially at this scale. It's probably not easy to do that. I mean, this is smaller. I mean, Lego's able to do it because they have like it's Lego Technic specifically is built to be complex, but even with the Creator Ford Mustang Fastback set, that has the same detail, yet it's at a bigger scale. Like the steering wheel is at least bigger than the wheels on this car. I think about the size of the wheels on this car. I'm not sure. I don't have the set in person, but I believe it's about the size, probably bigger than these wheels. Yet they could do it on such a small enough scale to get this little wheel. In fact, they did it more specifically at a 1/24th scale, which just amazes me even more. And back to going to me liking realism in detail, I really enjoy having the roof flaps on the car. And I have tested this. I'm not going to be able to show it on camera, but I have tested it where if you blow hard enough on them, they will pop up. Although you do have to be at a specific angle, but they do pop up if you blow on them hard enough, which is real. They're specifically designed so that when the car spins out and goes backwards, the airflow over the car is made to pop these up. Hang on. There we go. Pop these up so that it stops the car. If those weren't there, then the car would just do a blowover. Which I'm not exactly sure why, but just probably the air going underneath. And I'm not sure how the roof flaps work to stop it, but it does stop it. The only time that we have blowovers now, especially modern times with so much more, there's also flaps on the roof, or the hood rather, but those aren't real on this model. But yeah, somehow, I'm not sure why, but the roof flaps actually stop the car from getting airborne, and the only thing that gets cars airborne is if they somehow get lifted up on the side, such as Jamie McMurray in 2018 or Brendan Gaughan in 2019. If they get slammed into the door enough to lift the side of the car up, but they're not backwards enough to deploy the roof flaps. So that's the only time when they really do a blowover. But roof flaps do their job of stopping the car from blowing over if there isn't any external force and they are backwards enough. I recently trimmed my nails, so it's hard to get underneath them. They do their purpose. I'm not sure why this turned into a memo about roof flaps or something about roof flaps. Again, I was involved in a go-kart crash. I'm not exactly thinking straight because I'm still in recovery stages, as you can see by my thumb. So if I mess up my words at all, I'm just gonna blame the crash. Yeah, moving to the back of the car, you can see in the rear window that there is actually the pipes leading from these orange rings to go to the wedge adjustments and stuff, which is cool. You can see each and every, they added so much detail into this car. Like even added little pipe. It's gonna be hard to see because of the dark lighting, but there's even pipes. You can see it a little bit there. There's even pipes going from these two air vents on the side of the car that just go about the car. Those two black pipes there are from the window vents, and there's also a window vent or into on the other side. And then you can see each and every individual roll bar to stop this thing from caving in um, when the car has in fact failed the roof flaps. You don't want the car to flip over and to crush the driver over the weight of all of the car. In fact, speaking of which, this thing has pretty decent weight, which makes sense because it's made of metal and it's full of all these tiny details, so no wonder it's so heavy. But yeah, they added so much detail to this model, which I'm gonna gush about because I love accurate detailing, I love realism, and to see this in on a 1/24th scale. I also like miniature stuff. Um, Two things I got for Christmas were miniature billiards and miniature air hockey because I like miniature stuff, especially miniature stuff at high detail at the same time is just amazing to me. And then also the rear spoiler has a lot bigger presence than it does in 2019. Um, it's probably because they don't have the clear bit on top of it to let the driver see out the rear window, um, which is a good possibility. Look, the spoiler starts at the same level as the rear windshield, yet it blocks about half of it. So no wonder they added the clear bit of it. But yeah, the deck lid opens. Big spoiler on it. And then in the back of the car, you can just see the fuel tank there, which I feel like should be actually raised up a bit. Here's something that they couldn't quite get right, but it's not a big deal, is you can see the fuel line just barely. That silver bit coming out of the side of the car, and then the black bit leading from it, that's the fuel line. But it's actually down there when it's supposed to be up here with the American ethanol ring. You can see the height difference where my finger is. It's all the way down there compared to right here. And also the fuel tank itself feels low in the car. I mean, I'm not sure why there's so much space in the trunk of the vehicle. You know, being in NASCAR, you aren't really taking this thing grocery shopping unless it's decommissioned. And even if it's decommissioned, you probably aren't going to get your hands on one unless it's from 1990. But yeah, the fuel tank is a bit low in the car, and then here's the fuel tank from the bottom. Just seems a bit low in the car, plus the fuel line doesn't actually line up with the American ethanol ring. And this video has gone on for about 19 minutes now, so I'll just finish off with the underside, which I can give a detailed view on. So yeah, front tires, obviously. I believe that is the oil pan. Do NASCARs take oil? If this is a real car, then that'd probably be the oil pan. There is the gearbox right there. You can see the drive shaft going through. I think this is part of the drive shaft. Need to refocus. You can see the differential right there, and it's actually a solid axle. So if I spin one side, the other side spins. And then you can see the exhaust pipes coming out and going at the side. And that's about as much detail as this underside of the car has. But that will conclude this video on, hang on, I'm readjusting. You can see my shadow of my legs, they're going down from me sitting cross-legged. yeah, so that concludes the review on this Dale Earnhardt Jr. 124 scale elite car. Sorry about most of it was rambling on and not much of a review, but again, I've said it. I've said it once. I've said it about like 4 or 5 times. I like I like detail, especially if it's high detail in a smaller space than what it's based on, such as the 124th elite cars. Um, yeah, this is a nice car. Again, has some weight to it. Not really sure what else to say um, besides the outro. So, thank you all for watching this video. I'll get my hands off screen so that you can look at the car. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Check out my second channel, Earnhardt NASCAR, which should be in the center middle of the screen. Check out my friend's channel, who gave this to me. In fact, he works with me on my second channel of Earnhardt NASCAR. We do 1/64th scale diecast racing. We're currently at, I think we just uploaded the Bristol qualifying, and we have 2 more races after that, which is Darlington and Indianapolis, and then we have a 4-race playoff. Check out Ryan's channel from Ryan Racing 4, the one who gifted me this for my birthday. And then also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Click that bell if you want to see my content on a daily basis, or I guess whenever I upload. Because I have no schedule for my upload data, and that's probably not gonna make YouTube happy. And in the bottom center, there should be just a random video. I'm not sure what I'm gonna put there. See ya.